Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to another episode of Hades 1. This is our mirror setup for the day. Now, do you hear this? Do you hear that? That is the sound of popcorn, and you know what that means. We are going for the cursed, forbidden build, the AFK build. We are taking the aspect of Zagreus on the Twin Fists. We're going to go for a casual 16 heat with maxed out jury summons, 3 levels of extreme measures, 2 levels of benefits package, and middle management. And we are going to try and get as many revenge boons as possible to have an AFK run. That popcorn is for when we go against Hades and take hands off the controller. Last time we almost tried this and almost got it, but we didn't get it quite there.
These gemstones that you mock, boy, are a symbol of the power of this realm. To you, they're merely trinkets. But to mortals, gemstones hold more value than their very lives.
So today we are going to fight the bitter to the bitter end and get all those boons that we can.
Let's go find some gemstones then.
Zeus and Ares are going to be number 1. A hammer here really isn't that exciting because it doesn't really matter at the end. So I just need something that makes the run easier. Quick cutters, some decent damage. Rush kick, I think I'm prone to getting hurt with. And Colossus Knuckle is just giving me damage reduction on the way up. I'm probably going to take one of these special hammers, I think. Okay, yeah, let's go with Rush kick. Well, let's just see. Because if it's 240s in a row, it might be decent.
Get out of here.
All right, I can see that working for us. And we're definitely going to take Chaos here. We're looking for one boon in particular from Chaos, and that is increased boon rarity, because a higher tier Vengeance boon ups our damage from the base very much.
Yours to shape as you see fit, regardless of the fate's design. Together we may twist that path a bit, if you would like.
Otherwise, we just want either HP or coin up, but we got the increased rarity on boons, which is awesome. We'll gladly take that. The more high-tier boons we get for Vengeance and their tier 2s that can scale off of them, particularly, again, with Zeus and Ares, the better. Now, something I should say is this recording is recorded in front of a live studio Kiwi. She also has popcorn. Kiwi, can you shake your popcorn a little bit? I don't think the mic is picking it up, but thank you for trying. She's requested that I keep her voice out of the video, so you won't actually hear her, but she is here in spirit, and the reason for that is I need good RNG, and Kiwi is my good luck charm like no other. Kiwi's RNG is kind of... I think I've mentioned this in several previous episodes. Oh, perfect, we got Ares already. Awesome. Kiwi is my good luck charm if there ever was one. She has some broken RNG. Every time we ever play an MMO or any game together where there's a drop chance, Stardew Valley, Dungeon Fighter Online, RuneScape, she is always the one to get the hard to find items, the rare items first, and it's hilarious how consistent that is.
Rears its head in all too many forms, I'm sure you know. Though you may never find them all, I nonetheless encourage you to try.
Alright, so we either need one of his attack or special boon or Curse of Vengeance. Looks like we'll have to take Curse of Pain here, which is fine. That'll give us some extra damage to kind of carry the run early. It'll fall off without building around it, but that's fine. Anyway, so yeah, Kiwi has a history of broken RNG because it's not just that she gets it before me, it's that she gets it on like the first or within 3 drops typically. There have been a number of things where I'm like, okay, so the drop rate on this is, let's say, 1 in 80 or 1 in 250, and she gets it within seconds. Like when we played Dungeon Fighter Online for the first time together, there was a very hard to come by, extremely rare, probably like 1 in 500 drop chance sword that she would want for her main, and she got it on literally the first kill of running a new dungeon. And I still remember that weapon is such a meme in our hearts at this point that she actually has like turned it into a weapon skin that she can always, she will always have that weapon like as a skin for her character forever, and it's just really funny that that's the case. Anyway, so let's talk about what boons we want for this run. So already mentioned Zeus and Ares are going to be kind of the linchpins of our build. Of course, Vengeful Mood, their duo boon, is the entire crux on which we are balancing our Vengeance build against. Vengeful Mood makes it so all of your Vengeance boons activate every 3 seconds. And I think it does a little bit of enhanced damage as well. No, I don't. Maybe it doesn't. I might be mixing that up. But of course, there are other boons on top of that we want. Zeus, of course, has a bunch of boons. I'll take the gold here. Sure, yeah. Zeus has a bunch of boons that scale really well with his Curse of Vengeance. What is it? Lightning, Heaven's Vengeance, there it is. I'm taking Erebus here because I didn't really need more coin. We already have enough to buy something from the shop, so I figure Erebus will let me see potentially more gods, because we've only had 1 Ares show up this entire Tartarus so far. We're not having the best god RNG, and we need a little bit more. It's not a promising start if this is all we're going to see, so whether we win or fail an Erebus Gate, we will see 3 chambers to choose from, which could set us up for a some decent options. Worst case scenario, Palm or Coin. Best case scenario, another God boon that we want. Those gods, so like I said, Zeus, Double Strike, Jolted, any extra levels on Heaven's Vengeance, of course. We could even get his legendary in theory if we got one of his core boons.
Depth on your feet as ever.
Poseidon we don't want for this build, so I'll probably take the shop for a God boon here. Yeah. All right, let's see who shows up.
I think I see a fish.
Oh, Aphrodite. Yeah. I want Aphrodite because Kiwi had a genius idea here. And that is, if we look at the duo that Aphrodite and where are they? There they are. Aphrodite has a curse boon or a vengeance boon, but most importantly, she has Curse of Longing. 50%, it makes our doom effects, as long as enemies are weak afflicted, constantly take doom damage 50% each hit. But that is a pretty substantial damage up.
Should help keep me going.
And that might be the thing we were missing in our previous run. So what do we take here? I need to take one of our core boons to set up for Curse of Longing. As long as it inflicts weak, it doesn't matter. So I'll just take the cast.
Strength and beauty.
Because I don't think... Worst case scenario, once I get Curse of Longing, I can sell that core boon. And since it's epic tier, it'll sell for a bit more. And of course, we need our fishy. Gotta get our fishy out.
Fish. A knucklehead.
Excellent. So as I was going to lead into it, but Aphrodite is actually one of the gods we want here because Curse of Longing, Kiwi, you're a genius, is basically Kiwi saw the Aphrodite dash only run and said, well, if Curse of Longing worked for that, why not use it for this too? And she is so right, because as long as we get Aphrodite's vengeance boon, if we're gonna inflict weak on enemies because we got hit. And once we get Vengeful Mood, weak lasts for 4 seconds. And Curse of Vengeance activates every 3 seconds, which means we will always, as long as we're standing near enemies, be afflicting them with weak. So Curse of Longing will always be active. Looking at the tier 2s from Ares, the boons that we want, Impending Doom, definitely great. Dire Misfortune, lesser so. But those are going to be the 2 boons we want from Ares beyond just getting Curse of Vengeance in the first place, on top of... I guess the other thing we could look for is Blood Frenzy, I believe it is. Every time you use a Jet Defiance, deal a % more damage, and it's a universal damage buff, which means even our Doom gets affected by that. So that would be a pretty solid option here as well.
In the name of Hades.
Let's see what we get. Curse of Longing already. Oh my goodness. Well, that'll help us with our base DPS for a little bit. We're not even close to seeing Vengeful Mood yet, honestly. I'm going to go for HP here. Between Palm and HP, since I don't have any Vengeance boons to Palm, the HP increases our survivability. And that's kind of the reason I took the Aspect of Zagreus as well. I think the 2 best aspects for the AFK build are going to be either Aspect of Zagreus for that 15% dodge chance, or Aspect of Arthur on the sword for the extra 50 HP it gives. And between the 2, I think the dodge chance, that 15% dodge chance, adds up to a lot more damage taken than 50 extra HP. So my general opinion is if you're going to run an AFK build, go for the Aspect of Zagreus. That dodge chance is huge, and I'm sure we'll see that come to fruition. Not to mention, we're going to be looking for some Hermes boons, of course. Hermes has something that will give us increased dodge chance. That'll add on to the dodge chance that Zagreus gives, and just increases our odds of being effectively a non-moving evasion tank, as oxymoronish as that sounds. But the more HP we have, the better our survivability is. I'm going to take the darkness here.
Get your hands off my trove.
I may as well. I think we're strong enough. Like, yeah, the special with Flying Kick isn't amazing. And honestly, I'm having a little trouble There we go. I'm having a little trouble controlling Flying Kick because the animation is so long. It makes me a little more prone to getting hit. So it turns out to not be my favorite hammer on the fist, I suppose. But I'll take what I can get. Oh, you were hiding all the way over here. Okay.
I should not be the supervisor here.
A little time loss, but we got a fair bit of darkness, and we've got a large pool of it at this point. I guess we're gonna I'll take the gems here because they give a couple coins from that house contractor buff that I got. Anyway, so those are 3 of our 4 gods, right? And then Hermes, who counts separately from our god pool. So what do we want other than that? What do we want aside from Zeus, Ares, and Aphrodite? I'd say probably the best 2 options would be either Athena for her defensive options, plus she could refund us a Jet Defiance if we kind of bite it in Elysium by accident, or and of course her, what is it, Holy Shield, the one that reflects projectiles every couple seconds with Vengeful Mood going. That will keep us alive very well because it blocks all damage. Alternatively, I could go Demeter. Her chilled effects will slow down enemies, so they'll attack 40% slower if we get the full 10 chilled, which the Vengeance Boon immediately applies, meaning they attack slower, but our damage is based on Vengeful Mood by the time we get to the final boss. Dionysus I don't think is worth taking. He has a couple strong supporting boons in terms of damage reduction and strong drink to keep us alive. I think I take Ares here over Hermes. And I honestly might re-roll here just to get Curse of Vengeance. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see if we get it. We didn't get it, so I don't think I re-roll a second time. I'll take Battle Rage. It'll just up our base damage a little bit. Makes the early floors a bit faster, I suppose, but it's not really that great a pickup for us.
I'm back, ladies.
Ladies.
Electo, Tis, he's mine. Just back me up.
Because I had like a couple pieces of popcorn and I already have a kernel shell stuck in my tooth in the back of my mouth, and it is going to drive me nuts through this entire recording, but I can't fix it right now. Alright, we seem to have decent damage with this Doom, and of course Curse of Longing helps a lot. Because we can pretty reliably get weak on enemies using Crush Shot. I just have to get used to its range, which is fairly short. Especially, it's the shortest range. It's the shortest ranged cast out of every cast in the game, for obvious reasons. Aphrodite's whole aesthetic is keeping people close, right? That's why her Vengeance Boon only affects things nearby. She has, what is it, Different League? I think it's Different League. Wow, they got, we melted her there. Different League only gets damage reduction from close by enemies, not far away enemies.
The other sisters left.
Alright. Well, we should heal back to full after all that. Let's see. But yeah, the big boons from Aphrodite. Wait, I totally, right. So who's going to be our fourth god? For now we definitely take Zeus's keepsake because, well, Vengeful Mood is what matters the most for this run, and Heaven's Vengeance is kind of our second strongest ability for damage come the final fight. But oh, the popcorn kernel got dislodged, Kiwi. Thank goodness, that was going to drive me insane. Anyway, so our fourth god, Demeter and Athena are probably our best options. I could make a small argument for Artemis just getting pressure points and then critting on those Vengeance boons would be pretty awesome. But it's too unreliable because the best pressure points we can find is probably a 4% crit chance. And Hunter's Mark on top of that is kind of cool, but probably not enough to carry. So I don't think we go for Artemis unless we, like, don't have a choice. But certainly the gods we want the least are going to be Dionysus and Poseidon, because they don't offer any Vengeance boons, and they don't really directly help us either. I could make an argument for Poseidon just giving us some survivability or coin to buy more things from the shop, but that's about all he has. His duo with Aphrodite, I guess, could increase rarity. No, it's Dionysus.
Sorry, boss, my pocket pressing matters to attend to, but I'm here relaying you that message. And relaying this.
Alright, come on, evasion. Greater evasion. Alright, it's the lowest here, but that's still 10% dodge chance. So now we have a 25% dodge chance. I don't really care about the gems, and we're gonna go straight for the Zeus room.
Onward.
Like Dionysus, or sorry, Poseidon's duo with Aphrodite makes us get more palm levels per palm, which wouldn't be terrible if we're trying to stack as many levels on the Vengeance boons as possible. It just feels probably lackluster overall. Dionysus, like I said, I guess we could get damage reduction from low tolerance and strong drink to keep us alive in between floors. But that's about the extent of it, and it doesn't feel like it's enough to... Oof, my goodness, I have taken so much damage here unintentionally. It doesn't feel like it's enough to carry the run. So I think of the two, I'd probably like to see... Like, I honestly won't complain about either Athena versus Demeter. Athena just gives us the added benefit of... Like
I shall make the heavens themselves now aid your ascent, nephew.
Heaven's Vengeance? Heaven's Vengeance! There we go, alright. 107 base damage. Alternatively, I could take Lightning Strike because that will give us a core boon. Heaven's Vengeance probably isn't a precursor to Vengeful Mood. Yeah, it's not, but this is a higher tier Curse of Vengeance, or Heaven's Vengeance, so I take it anyway. Yeah, it's gonna mean I'm left without a good attack boon for a while. Hermes or Shop? I think I'll go Shop. We got the evasion boon from Hermes that we need, so there's not a whole lot that Hermes offers in addition that will benefit the gimmick of this build. So let's see. Mystery God. Do I take it? Yeah, let's go for it. Alright, so we're locked into Athena. I'm not going to complain about that. I am going to complain about the fact that she really didn't offer us any boons I want here. Would have liked her Vengeance boon, but let's see. What can I get from her? I guess one thing is we could go for her Legendary, which we need... Lightning Phalanx we can't get. Parting Shot we don't really want. and Merciful End we're not building around, so it really doesn't matter which of her boons we take. We don't want any of her duos. So I'll just take her aid. That'll keep us alive through the run while I don't have any good damage. And unfortunately that palm landed on our cast, which I guess doesn't really matter. We want the palms to start landing on on Heaven's Vengeance if we can get it to. Because that's where we need to stock up all our damage we can on that. Gonna have to try and play the Witch's Circle a little safe. But if I get weak on them and then run away, they're gonna just eventually melt from all the doom damage that accumulates on them. So now that we have Athena locked in, let's talk about why she's a decent option. So, of course, her aid gives us protection on the way up. Her dash, similarly, would be great for protection. But what we want more than anything, of course, is Holy Shield. Holy Shield being her Vengeance boon that gives us a shield that blocks damage and deflects projectiles, which will be awesome.
Witchcraft. What can you do?
All right, what do we got here? Lightning Reflexes, Clouded Judgment. Do I re-roll here? This is a higher tier set of boons. Alternatively, I take Thunder Dash just to set up for his Vengeful Mood duo with Ares.
Any other boons?
Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, darn it. We have to take that Jolted. That Static Discharge was an epic tier Jolted. There's no way we take that over the attack. That epic attack would have made us speed through these floors, but this isn't a speed build. This is a we need to beat Hades without doing anything build. And Jolted plus Heaven's Vengeance just gives us so much damage. There's no there's a reason to take Lightning Strike over it, but not on this build. In every other situation, I think it's more than fair to say, okay, skip the Jolted, get the attack damage. But frankly, in this instance, this is way better for us. Okay, so that's awesome. That's really good. Okay, we've got a very stacked Heaven's Vengeance boon now. We just need a good Curse of Vengeance, and we are set, plus Vengeful Mood, of course. So, Athena, like I was saying, so there are a couple things to consider that she can give us. First off, her Legendary, which we need a tier 2 boon that makes our reflected projectiles do more damage. I think, what is it, Brilliant Riposte? That will do a lot of damage. I see a Chaos Gate, but is there anything here? Ooh, Chaos versus Aphrodite Ares Trial? I think, honestly, this is a tough decision. I think I go for the Trial. Maybe? I think I heard a fish. Let's find the fish and I can think about it for a second. But like, Ares can give us there are a lot of boons we want from Ares, even if we can't get a duo from his...
Got a crustacean.
Even if we can't get his duos in a trial, he still has a lot to offer. I think I'm going to go for this trial, because Aphrodite can give us Sweet Surrender. She can make our weak effects last longer, which will be not so important come... but we still need her Vengeance boon, so never mind, that'll be great. And the nice thing about Aphrodite's Vengeance boon, plus Athena's Vengeance boon, is they keep us alive pretty well, since we're going to be AFK. Who do we take first here? Ares is... I'm prone to taking a lot of damage from Athena, so...
I hope I didn't keep you waiting very long, did I?
I'm gonna go with Aphrodite here. Let's see. Wave of Despair. Oh, perfect. After you take damage flows around you and inflict weak, and do 50% 50 damage.
War shall be waged here, no matter what, my kin. But even still, I am dismayed you would have sided against me.
I was eyeballing her dash a little bit, but realistically we don't really need it because we already have a core boon in the form of her cast, so we're set up for all the duos we need with her already. Granted, I don't think there's really any other duo I want aside from her duo, the duo with Ares that we already got. So I could make an argument for Smoldering Air, I guess, because that's at least nice damage to carry us up the floors until we get to Hades, but then it becomes irrelevant, so I'm not super excited for that. Alright. Yeah, this seems fairly doable. Ares isn't very good at aiming. He's just like, I'll just bombard the floor. Anyway, so aside from Athena's Legendary, which gives us a damage blocking shield every 20 seconds, which really, realistically speaking, in a AFK build, we're going to get hit so often that it's not going to do much for us. More importantly, if we accidentally lose a Death Defiance, she can give us refunds on Death Defiance. She has 2 different Death Defiance boons, and that's probably the most important thing.
When blood is spilled and death is dealt, I simply cannot remain discontented for too long.
That first line felt kind of like spellcrafty. All right, let's see. Blood Frenzy. Oh, epic tier Curse of Vengeance. Blood Frenzy is fun, but we can't turn down an epic tier Curse of Vengeance. We are, aside from Vengeful Mood and all the palm levels we can eat up, we're basically full build here. We definitely would love to see Holy Shield from Athena, so I guess that's one more thing. Hey, Zeus, nice to see you here. Do I take the palm first here? Can I afford it? I can. I don't really have a lot of boons that can be palmed anyway, but I think I'll take it, yeah.
You, mate.
Level on Curse of Vengeance right away. Curse of Vengeance is going to do more damage than Hollow... what do I want here? Let me check on duos again. Double Strike. Yeah, we don't have any Lightning Bolt dropping abilities. Heaven's Vengeance doesn't let us get Double Strike. and set us up for splitting bolts. So I need to take probably his dash here. As much as I would really have liked to have taken his attack, he keeps refusing to offer us his attack for some reason. Alright, so let us go ahead and fight Lerny. So we are set for Vengeful Mood now. We are set for Double Strike, and that will make our Heaven's Vengeance do even more damage.
If only you knew just how I feel, Ernie.
But I do think at the end of the day, Curse of Vengeance is going to do a lot more damage than Heaven's Vengeance will. That said, having both of them stacked up is everything we could ask for in this build. All we need is Athena's Vengeance Boon, and then we have every Vengeance Boon we can get, and pretty much everything we could want, frankly, for this run. Then it's just a matter of seeing how much damage we can make stack up for ourselves beyond that. This is going really well. Hey, Kiwi, I see you eating your popcorn. Hold on. That popcorn is for the final boss. I know okay, I guess, yeah, alright, fair. You can have a couple kernels. I guess I did eat some too, considering I was complaining about having some in my teeth. Alright, fair enough. Look, it's hard. You and I both know it is hard to resist the temptation of popcorn that is just sitting within arm's reach here. I have the disadvantage of being able to play a game. You have the advantage of being able to watch me play a game. Anyway, yeah, that Curse of Longing idea that you had, Kiwi, genius. So once again, shout out to you. Anyway, all right, looks like we've just about got Lerny phase now. I've got 42 HP. I should be fine. I need to take like 3 hits from Lerny to be able to be killed here. And Athena's 8 is just so wonderful to be like, effectively, I'm gonna get hit, now I'm not gonna get hit sort of button. That said, Flying Kick really tries to get me into the lava there. All right.
And don't come back.
We had a fairly weak Tartarus in terms of RNG for God Pool, but our RNG turned around substantially on this floor. We are set. Let's see, what do I take now for keepsake? I could take the coin purse for money. I could take Lambent Plume for rush delivery or bad news. I could take the Palm Blossom and hope levels end up on our Vengeance boons. Let's see, how many boons could that hit? There's 4, 5, 6. There's a fair number. So but a lot of those boons we do want it to hit, I guess. At least the Vengeance boons. I don't know. It's like, let's go Palm Blossom, I think. Will we get the levels we want? Who knows? Can't afford anything in the shop. Anything to sell here? No, I don't want to get rid of any of these, especially not Curse of Vengeance and Wave of Despair. Is there anything in here that I would want to sell? Maybe Battle Rage I could make an argument for, but largely no. And I don't think it's worth wasting rerolls here. All right, we're already on to Elysium. This run is going fairly well so far. Granted, I'm lacking for damage in terms of like killing trash mobs, but when we get our vengeance, as long as we get Vengeful Mood online, we are going to be melting things. Like, it's hard to see now, but as soon as we get Vengeful Mood, we are going to melt enemies. I'm going to keep going for HP here because, again, we need tank stats, and the Palm, there are a lot of things the Palm could be split between that I don't want. So I'll go for reliable survivability over reliable damage, or like less reliable RNG restricted damage. If I'm offered a choice between Palm or coin, I'll probably take the Palm. Although maybe once I have 150 coin, I'll do that because I need some coin to be able to afford boons in the shop still. I don't know. I think this is going very well though overall. But without Curse of, it would be a right shame. I had a build plan in mind, and the game just said, nope, no Curse of Vengeance for you. But we'll see. We will see. What else can I talk about in the meantime? I guess really it's just a matter of...
You're gone.
There is always the option of taking a 5th god in Styx. All right, Hammer versus Palm versus Arabescate. Honestly, I kind of want that coin. I'm going to go for it.
Punishment has its perks.
If I took a 5th god, it would definitely be Demeter, because we could get her Vengeance boon as well.
Can you evade my wretches, boy?
But I doubt it's worth it over taking the Skelly keepsake, especially if I get Blood Frenzy from Ares. Oh, this is so rude. I don't have enough damage, and they're spawning butterfly balls and chariots. It'll be a miracle if I can get out of here without taking damage. Granted, I don't have tight deadline on, so I could play this super safe, but like, look at this. A melee build against a butterfly spawning ball. This is just like, I get clipped by one butterfly and I'm just done. I'm kind of surprised I haven't yet. Oh, we just got clipped there, but okay, there we go. What a rude room. Okay, I tried to play safe, now I don't care. You're just dead. You're all dead to me. The funny thing about butterfly balls, though, is you do counter them extremely hard with Vengeance boons. because every butterfly does like 2 damage, but triggers the Vengeance Boon activation. It's kind of funny. We'll take the palm here. I know I said palm versus coin, but I think, well, I do want to start trying to, oops. I do want to start trying to stack palm levels on the Vengeance Boons, so I should probably prioritize those. The more Vengeance Boons we get, or the more palm levels we get on Curse of Vengeance in particular, the wilder our damage is going to become very quickly. I will say, though, in that Arabescade, it did show us very clearly that the aspect of Zagreus can carry you in some instances, like between greater evasion from Hermes and the 15% base dodge chance on Zagreus, we're at a nice quality 1 in 4 chance of dodging any hit, which is great for us. All right, let's see. Curse of Vengeance, there we go. We're up to 276 damage on that Curse of Vengeance. That is lovely. Anything in the shop here for us? HP, do I consider that? It'll lock me out of things in the shop potentially, but yeah, I think I need the survivability. Ooh, an Epic Tier Zeus mini boss room. I'll take that very gladly. And it's a butterfly ball. This time I don't care because we're not in Erebus. I can melt this thing by just running into its butterflies. Not that I want to. Every bit of damage adds up over time, especially since we just wasted 29 coin to heal. But if I keep her friends from respawning and we just kind of keep the weak and doom applied, she's just getting melted immediately. Yeah, so again, I emphasize the fact that you haven't seen the full potential yet. Ooh, hit the 8 on that palm. All right, double strike, awesome. All right, so now our Vengeance Boon has a, I think it was 35% chance to hit twice. We get a palm on that, and it's now 50%, and that's a whole lot of extra damage. I guess between the options of leveling up Heaven's Vengeance, Curse of Vengeance, and Double Strike, I probably prioritize Curse of Vengeance for a while, just because it's, again, going to be the biggest source of our damage, and since it's going to do 50% less damage every time Curse of Longing activates, we want to have as high a base damage as possible on it. Double Strike really isn't a bad choice, and Heaven's Vengeance is just kind of, Heaven's Vengeance alone isn't where our damage comes from. It's Heaven's Vengeance plus Double Strike plus Jolted. All of that adds up to making it do upwards of, like, I want to say 400 damage. But I still think Heaven's Vengeance with a couple good levels, especially if we get Dire Misfortune. Look at all those Doom procs getting activated there from just eating a bunch of butterflies. Definitely have some butterflies in my stomach, don't I, Kiwi? Okay, yeah, that was bad, I know. Sorry. But I think building around Heaven's Vengeance is most important. Okay, level of Curse of Vengeance or Jolted. I can make an argument for both. Maybe a little bit spread it. Do I spread it thin or do I just go all in? Let's go all in. It's just funnier that way. All right, we'll take the shop here, but I am 5 coins short. Is there a gold pot around here that I could take? Doesn't look like it, unfortunate. So do I run the RNG chance of something I want showing up in the shop, or do I just take the HP? Let's not risk it. Let's take the HP. All right, this is the mid. That was the mid shop anyway, so we still have 1 shop left in Elysium that we can benefit from. But look at our Doom damage. I think that just did like 400 damage from 1 Doom hit. It's quite nice. Again, if we get Dire Misfortune, or no, sorry, Impending Doom, the boon that makes our Doom damage do at least 60% more damage at the cost of it taking half a second longer to activate. I don't think that matters too much. Oops, I just lost the Death Defiance. All right,
I don't think so.
That's unideal. We do really kind of need all of our Death Defiances we can afford to get in Styx. So again, this is one of the good reasons we took Athena here, and I have her called to try and keep me safe. I just have to play a little bit smarter. These splitters are really obnoxious. Okay, we need to get rid of them ASAP. Where are you? Get over here. I'm gonna kick you as hard as I can. No, come back. Get over here. Get over here. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, that was a really bad room. Not gonna lie. Coin or palm? We're gonna keep stacking palm. We want that Curse of Vengeance going. All right. Oh, thank goodness, a fountain room.
Power of the gods.
Battle Rage or Wave of Despair. Definitely putting this on Heaven's Vengeance. No question about that. Take the fountain, and now we're back to full HP. Hermes versus Athena. We need Athena. We want her to refund Death Defiances. That's, again, probably the biggest merit to taking Athena, aside from the survivability her Vengeance Boon gives us. I guess, in thinking out loud, who do we have? We have Ares, we have Athena, we have Aphrodite and Zeus. Nope, I got nothing. I'm trying to think if there are any fun duos that we could get between them, but not really. I was thinking of the, I think it's Dionysus Athena duo that makes enemies' projectiles travel slower. Like, that's kind of funny, but it's not going to do anything for us here, realistically speaking. It just makes kind of a meme happen. But we don't need Dionysus, as previously mentioned. All right, Athena.
Take heed against your father's legion, Zagreus, and take also my power.
Please give me a Death Defiance. Nope. Okay, but Holy Shield? Not going to complain about that. I could reroll, but I think there's still a chance we see Patroclus. No, there's no chance we see Patroclus. Aphrodite or the shop. We're going to go for the shop because we've really got all we want from Aphrodite aside from maybe Sweet Surrender. Ares showing up here is great. There are a lot of things Ares could give us that I really want. What you got? Vengeful Mood. There it is. Okay, our build is officially online. Get ready to watch these heroes melt.
Two blessings are better than one.
Too bad I can't afford the palm, but... Well said, Charon, as always. Any gold pots? No. All right, so we're going fairly poor. We have fairly little gold going into sticks, but it's okay.
You challenge us to battle, Hellspawn? Then Asterius and I accept.
Sounds good. All right, so I still really do not have a lot in the way of damage, so I need to be careful, because on extreme measures, 3 of these guys do hurt a fair bit. They can hit for a nice solid, like, 40 damage. Asterius' Bull Rush is terrifying. But as long as I'm positioning correctly, our Vengeful Mood is activating a 441 damage Curse of Vengeance every couple seconds, which is just lovely. So I think I just basically need to stay near them and use my boons to the best of their ability, and then I can use Athena's aid to keep us alive. I think this is so far is going quite well. There goes Theseus.
Why you?
I'm taking out Theseus first here so that I can try and get them grouped up together and DPS them at the same time. Oh, Asterius, 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 please, Asterius. Oh my god, Asterius. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, how did that not hit me? Whatever. Okay, Theseus, you're popped. Bye. Asterius was going mad bull disease there. Anyway, yeah, like, the thing about it is now we are very reliably applying status privilege, so that's a 40% damage increase. I don't think it affects our curses, so it doesn't actually matter too much here, but maybe it does. But that, like, did you see how much damage Vengeful Mood gives us just in that moment? Rapid fire 441s from our Vengeful Mood.
That was for you, good shade.
Off of Curse of Vengeance, plus Heaven's Vengeance, Splitting Bolt, Jolted Damage. It all adds up really fast. A shame that Palm level hit the dash. Do I give up?
Go on and try.
Now, do I switch out the Palm Blossom for Skelly's Tooth here? I probably do, just so we have the extra Death Defiance, since we didn't get one from Athena earlier. Or I could take Skull Earring for the damage it gives. No, I don't think that's worth it. I think Lucky Tooth is probably the correct choice here, but Coin Purse could help us afford something in the shop. Anything in the well here, let's see. HP I don't need, attack I don't need, darkness is cute, but I save my coin for the gimmick. Yeah, Bone Hourglass doesn't really help. Skull Earring, again, I could make an argument for. I don't know if it's better than the Death Defiance. Again, if we get Blood Frenzy, if we're banking on Blood Frenzy could give us a lot of extra damage. Alternatively, the Broken Spear Point could block some damage. I don't know, there are a lot of reasonable options here, but I think I'm going to settle on Lucky Tooth. We're going to roll, we're going to play RNG's game for Blood Frenzy, because that'll massively increase our damage. Nothing to sell here for sure. All right. Onto the final floor, Kiwi. Moment of truth. What else can we get at this point? Again, a Death Defiance from Athena. And just more levels on all the Vengeance boons. Plus or minus, if we get Zeus's Legendary, that would be pretty funny, because we got Double Strike, so we could, in theory, roll for it. Realistically speaking, the thing I want to see most is an Ares boon that gives us, not Dire Misfortune, I keep saying that, Impending Doom. Impending Doom will be the single greatest damage up we can get, aside from Blood Frenzy. There's Aphrodite. She can give us Sweet Surrender, but that's about it. No Ares, unfortunately, so that dream is dead. I think we go for the high tier Palm now and hope it lands on one of our good Vengeance spoons. Alright. But yeah, Vengeful Mood is just going to melt the Styx enemies. So I think at this point we are set. We have everything we need. Now it's just more icing on a very icing covered cake, I suppose is how I would phrase it. Which, oh my goodness, look at that Vengeance effect. Like we pop our Vengeance Spoons and we have 4 different attacks now. We got 4 Vengeance Spoons plus 2 Vengeance Spoons that have secondary effects, which are just lovely. And by secondary effects, I guess I mean like Double Strike and the curses that they apply too. I am dashing around this room like no tomorrow. Woo, I am traveling far. Zagreus' dash has a weird thing where if you like have just enough dash that you're, let's say, 2/3 through a surface, the game just like squirts you through it, like squeezes you out and kind of like rockets you through that impassable terrain. All right, Giant Snake Stone, easy to deal with this sort of build. Watch its HP get melted here, Kiwi. Especially because it's going to rapidly hit us with the projectiles, or its lasers, except it never got the chance. We broke its armor and kind of deactivated, I guess, summoning. Oh my goodness, oh, how did I not get hit there? I'm going to say Holy Shield carried me through not taking like a nice 40 damage hit there, probably. I also, the reason why I'm using Boldy is I realize I still have 3 casts of Boldy. Oopsie.
Delicious.
Double strike, Curse of Vengeance. I think we keep stacking on Curse of Vengeance. That's a whole nother almost 50 damage on Curse of Vengeance. Yeah, let's do it. Level 6 Curse of Vengeance. Let's go. All right. Do we see the 2 chamber sticks? I wouldn't mind a 3 chamber sticks because I'd like that HP plus the Athena for the Death Defiance. So this will give us 50 HP, which will up our survivability a fair bit. Because we're already at 270 HP. Another 50, we're at 320. We could possibly buy another HP up from the shop. I think there was a Centaur Heart there, but I don't fully remember. We get one from the well too, or a Death Defiance from the well now that I think about it. No Death Defiance, but we'll take that coin.
Oof, extra coin.
More coin means more things we can buy. We don't really have a way of getting, what is it, rush delivery, so there's no reason to take the movement speed ignited Ichor from that shop there. All right. We must be closing up on the end of this run soon, though. So Kiwi, place your bets. We've got your RNG, so my bet is we're gonna do it. We're gonna go into Hades. I'm gonna let go of the controller. I'm gonna stuff my face full of popcorn, and we're gonna get our first ever AFK win in Hades. 16 heat AFK.
Goes down smooth.
I want to point out that 16 heat was the maximum heat the devs expected their player base to beat, which is just kind of wild that we might be able to do it without even fighting the final boss. All right, now comes the question, do I go for that Athena room or do I take what I've got? Let's see, what's in the shop still? Bunch of palms and an Aphrodite boon and a Centaur Heart. I think I'm going to go for this. I feel pretty safe. We have a lot of defensive tools, and we have a lot of good damage. Worst case scenario, we get maybe Athena's Legendary, which is still some survivability. Best case scenario, I think, is her Death Defiance. I would have loved to see Blood Frenzy with this build, though. That would have been so crazy, the damage numbers we would have seen. Because what if it's at minimum 15% damage increase, so we'd be easily hitting 500s to 600s with each Doom. If we had impending Doom, could you imagine that, though? That would have done so much damage. I might honestly try this again at a higher heat, because I'm getting a little confident, but maybe I should sit down, take a breather, before we even talk about doing this at 32 heat. Why don't we try and beat 16 heat, or any heat, frankly, because we've never beaten an AFK run entirely. The last time, we unfortunately had to spam Athena's Call, which I didn't move, I didn't attack, I just used my Vengeance Boons. No, I don't take anything here. We save our coin for the shop. At bare minimum, I can get 2 palms. Anyway, like the previous AFK run, which I believe was our 100th episode, where I forgot to mention actually. So this run is going to be my 100th win streak. I am betting it all on this AFK build. So if I lose the run, I end at 99 win streak, and it's going to be the most unsatisfying thing in the world. But
It's getting punched.
I mean, I figured we tried an AFK build for our 100th win. I should try an AFK build for our 100, or rather, I did an AFK build for our 100th episode. I should try the AFK build for my 100th win streak, you know? Just to kind of like keep the tone the same. It feels thematically appropriate. So, place your bets because we're heading to Hades, Kiwi. Wow, she gave us nothing. All right, let's reroll once and see if we get anything worth using. Can I even get your legendary? I assume not, right? Do I? Oh, I don't even have a core boon. I couldn't get her Death Defiance for fundings anyway. So I think at this point we just probably take the damage reduction because I don't need her attack. That's a little awkward, I guess.
Let's just go down this.
I should have realized that. Oopsie. Oh well. I don't think there's any reason to take Aphrodite here, right? Aside from Sweet Surrender, more so Hermes. Wait, is there anything Hermes can offer us? No, not really. So I think we save our coin. Now, do I buy Aphrodite and get Sweet Surrender, or do I? Nah, let's go for the palms. Curse of Vengeance? Do we just keep stacking Curse of Vengeance? I mean, we don't need Crush Shot or Thunder Dash. No.
Got anything else?
Never mind. Well, I guess I wanted maybe a couple levels of Heaven's Vengeance, but whatever.
Power of Olympus.
I still have one reroll. Definitely gonna reroll here because there's nothing I want to hit. Double Strike or Wave of Despair. I think we take Wave of Despair. It does more damage than an extra 5% on Double Strike. All right, Kiwi, moment of truth.
Vigilant Cerberus decides to look the other way this once.
I've got my popcorn. Are you ready? I'm gonna start just stuffing my face with popcorn. As soon as we get in this room, we talk to Dad, we start the fight, and the popcorn is going down my face holes. All right, my heart's racing a little bit. I don't know what to expect. Last time we had to spam Athena's Call just to give ourselves a chance. This time, I don't think we need it.
No.
I think we've got it, even without one Death Defiance.
Already here? Seems our underworld still has many failings I shall have to deal with after this.
All right, Kiwi, hands are off the controller. And popcorn is in the face. Let's do this. All right, Hayes, bring it on.
Darkness.
All right, so he's hitting us for about like 20 damage, but the weak is making him a lot weaker. Oh my goodness, we're already a third through his first phase. That Curse of Longing idea, Kiwi, was so smart. Here we go. This is where things get a little bit dicier. Boiling blood hurts a lot, and his friends are annoying. Ooh, he hit us for 76 there. But, you know, I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it, Kiwi. We're almost to phase 1.
Awaken, wretches, and defend your king.
And we keep dodging because of that 25% dodge chance. Oh my goodness, look at me. I'm just reflecting attacks. He can't hit me. He can't hit me at all.
No.
He can't hit me at all. I'm just constantly deflecting projectiles back at his friends and him.
Not this.
Right. So we use one Death Defiance. There we go. Phase 1's done.
Let's finish this then.
Let's do this. Come on. There's a little Revenant in the corner is just like watching the fight. He's like, I don't want to be involved in this. Oh, apparently Hades can damage his friends there. All right, lasers are going to be scary. If he uses lasers, we're going to have a bad time probably because I can't dodge them. But all right, we're almost down at Death Defiance. Oh god, we're halfway through phase 2. Come on, we can do this. Oh, here are lasers. This is bad. Oh, there's no Death Defiance. Come on, we got one Death Defiance left. I think we got this, Stevie. I think we got this. Come on, come on. You can do it. Yeah. 16 heat AFK.
You owe this victory to all your relatives.
Not gonna lie, you're absolutely right on that one, Hades.
No.
All right, Kiwi. Our 100th win streak won with an AFK build. There you go.
In the name of Hades.
What a crazy build. Honestly, that felt doable. I feel like I could probably do this on 32 heat. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I think it's worth trying at some point. Maybe I'll do that for my 200th win streak. That's something to look forward to way in the future, I suppose. But yeah, level... What are we on? I mean, they already kind of set us up for it, right? Level 6 Curse of Vengeance. Probably put Heaven's Vengeance there as the last one, maybe. Actually, no, you know what? No, Wave of Despair, because Curse of Longing carried so hard here. Such a genius setup, Kiwi. I will laud your intelligence forever. But there we go, 100th win streak, 132 total clears, and somehow one of our faster runs in the last couple episodes. Like, can you believe it? I made it through all of that without a good attack boon, which I kind of need.
The limitless variety of fauna dwelling on the surface brings to Zagreus no shortage of delight. Though when he makes an effort to communicate with one, its eyes so full of calm intelligence, he learns that bears are not as gentle as they seem.
Sounds like your mom, right, Kiwi?
No.
Your mom loves bears to the point where she tried to get a bear kind of broke into. I think it was either the grade school or a supermarket locally. And your mom was like, I'm going to go take photos of it. And your dad's like, no, you're going to get killed.
I'm counting that one as a victory.
I love your mom, but maybe she doesn't have the best sense of self-preservation around bears.
See you next time you die, okay?
Very specifically bears. She loves bears.
Remember that Skelly character out in the courtyard, sir? Turns out he's been working with Charon all this time. Working for him, more like. I had so much help in this from all of you.
Charon, of course. He has a stake in all that goes on in the underworld, and he probably thinks highly of you. This Skelly character, though, he must have been somebody if Charon's confided in him.
Go.
He won't tell me. He was either a venerable sea captain or a petty thief. Maybe both.
Probably both.
Maybe both. I've met the sort.
Skelly is most certainly venerable. Hey, Dusa.
Hi. I will definitely keep an eye on things while you're out.
Which one? You have so many.
Take care, Dusa.
All right, no Than today.
I paid for it. I can.
Let's see. Is it 7:48 today?
Still 7:48.
Of course it is. You know, I realized the sundial. We're indoors, so the sundial will never read the sun.
Notoriously vicious Cerberus is watching quietly his master's court.
For the longest time, I kind of assumed it was because
If I don't pet your other heads, don't bite my arm off.
I'm always recording at the same time, so it's just always 7:48 when I'm recording. But no, it's always going to be 748, I guess. Oops. Awkward.
What else can we do to contain you, I wonder?
You can't contain me, summoner. That's not even close to Mordekaiser. Is that the one who says that? I forget.
Brings some lightness to our gloom-filled times, my friend.
I've never actually played Mordekaiser in League, so I don't know. League of Legends for reference.
What do these shades have to say for themselves?
I'm telling you, Achilles is the strongest there ever was. Cause of death, Achilles. Well, that's accurate.
Cerberus featured house servant.
Featured best boy. Cerberus is the bestest boy. I may as well buy the Ambrosia. I have no use for Titan Blood. Or I don't even know if I need Ambrosia anymore, frankly. Alright, Nyx is out. And Persephone's out. So just Skelly, and then we call it an episode. Kiwi, what a wild run. 100 win streak officially. Here, let me serenade you with some beautiful, slightly off-tune chords. Well, let me play. Come on. Oh, there we go. Anyway, Kiwi, thank you for all your ideas. Thank you for joining me on this one. It was fun to have you watch a live episode for a change, and then you'll get to watch the post-recording later and enjoy it too.
Skelly, did you tell Charon and Hermes about our little conversation from before, about your sources? Because I didn't tell them, but they seemed to know.
Boy, yo, thought we agreed we weren't gonna be having conversations on this subject from here on. Spares me having to spill my guts with my sources later.
I didn't get you into too much trouble, did I?
If you did, pal, I would not be here right now.
Fair enough. Well, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. Looks like we're running a bow in the next one. With all that said, though, I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades fun.